They're everywhere you look: angles, triangles, and quadrilaterals. They support the roof over your head, the walls of your room. They're the backbone of the bridges you cross, and sometimes they're the famous tourist sites that you see. Learning about them is like learning a language. A language has a vocabulary, so do geometric shapes. It's important to learn this vocabulary to effectively communicate your ideas about angles, triangles, and quadrilaterals. Let's start with angles. An angle is a figure formed by two rays that share a common endpoint, also known as a vertex. The plural of vertex is vertices. Let's find these shapes in the Akron Art Museum. An acute angle that measures less than 90 degrees, an obtuse angle that measures greater than 90 degrees, a right angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. Angles that have exactly the same size and shape are called congruent. When two lines meet at 90-degree angles, they are called perpendicular. A plane is a flat surface, like your tabletop or a flat field. A polygon is a plane shape that has three or more straight sides. They're the key components of triangles and quadrilaterals. So what makes a triangle a triangle? A triangle is a closed figure consisting of three line segments linked end to end. We see triangles everywhere, especially in architecture. Let's explore and analyze some three-sided polygons. Whether scalene, isosceles, equilateral, acute, and obtuse, these polygons are better known as triangles. You can look at almost any modern building and imagine different types of triangles. A scalene triangle is a triangle with no sides the same length. The isosceles, on the other hand, has two sides that are equal in length. The equilateral, all things being equal, is a triangle with three equal sides. An acute triangle has no angle measuring 90 degrees or more, and an obtuse triangle's largest angle measures greater than 90 degrees. Okay, if triangles are three-sided polygons, then four-sided polygons are called quadrilaterals. The most familiar quadrilaterals are squares and rectangles, but they're not the only ones. Quadrilaterals are all four-sided, two-dimensional closed figures. Examples of quadrilaterals are squares, rectangles, parallelograms, trapezoids, and rhombuses. To draw a rectangular quadrilateral, you'll use parallel lines, lines that are always the same distance apart, and perpendicular lines, lines that form right angles. Now look closely at these shapes. What do you see? How are the shapes alike, and how are they different? The shapes have some common properties and some differences, but when you view them all together, they form a quadrilateral family tree. So what makes a square? Well, think about this. All rhombuses are parallelograms, but only some parallelograms are rhombuses. And all squares are rectangles, but only some rectangles are squares.